Hello and welcome to the shed. In today's video we're going to be opening up this product here that we're going to be using in the vise to stop our workpieces slipping. Hope you enjoy. So I picked this up from the local TimberCon store and we're going to unbox this and then I'll explain what it is and then we're going to go ahead and install it and see if it works. So let's get down here and we'll open it up. Now what this is crubber. What is crubber? Well, it is a cork rubber. So it's a combination of cork and rubber together and it's put in under high heat and then cut into these thin layers. I've seen it online, I've seen a few people use it now, so that's why I thought maybe it's a better option. I've already got some leather on my vise down here and that's not the side that's really slipping, it's the inner jaw. So because I wanted everything in alignment across the front here into the vise, I decided on this 1.5mm crubber for that, so it doesn't really affect that, but it'll actually help hold the material better. Theoretically you could run this right along the edge of your workbench if you really wanted to, but there's no real point in putting it any more than on the jaws of your vise. First of all, we're going to have to cut it to the size we need, and that's probably going to be the easiest part. So that is 500mm by 150. I'll just oversize it and cut that off afterwards because there's just a slight broken piece here. So I'm going to come from there. I've obviously not cut this stuff before, but I need to have some sort of a mark so I can actually see it even though I'm using a cut to do it. And then over here 167. And we can see how easily that cut. So before we go ahead and glue this on here, I'm going to rough this up with some 120 grit sandpaper to let the glue really bond. So to glue this, I don't think I'm going to put glue on the cork. I think I'm just going to put the glue on the surface here and then just bring this in. Now you can put something under here if you want to keep glue off the bottom. My idea is to actually keep the glue just a little bit up so if any of it runs down, it hopefully doesn't get in under the jaw. If you're worried about glue getting on the mechanism, when you actually apply it, and I did this when I did this jaw, is just put a bit of paper towel here. The glue I'm going to be using is just Sally's Aqua here. I don't use this much anymore, it's got too expensive, so I've moved on to Tight Bond, but this is what I used when I attached that leather piece and it's never come loose, so I trust this for holding the cork, so this is what I'm going to use. This is just a white exterior glue. I'm not sure what type of glue it is. I know it's a PVA, but whether it's cross-link and other things like that, I'm not sure. It doesn't say in, but I believe it is a cross-link PVA, which means that it adheres to both surfaces and pulls it together, and that's why it sticks so well. So that's what we're going to use. I'm not sure how much I need, so I'm just going to start with a little bit. With these things usually you don't want to get too much where you don't want it. Going to tuck the lower part of that under the vise here, just under that jaw, and then I'm going to bring it up until it just sits above. I'm going to have to pull this off and run it the other way so I have no excess off the bottom because it's going to get jammed. So we're going to get that flush and this top part can be cut off. So I'm just going to that for it to sit flush first and then close this up. Do that up as tight as possible. This will be completely dry so we can work on it further in about half an hour, so I'll be back with you in half an hour. Just before I went off and left it, I decided to put this piece of melamine in here just to spread the load across that jaw and ensure that I got nice, strong, even clamping. And so now let's take this off and have a look. So we can see this looks like it's on here pretty well, so now we need to actually cut it to width. So what I think I'll do here is just bring my knife in like this and just give it a shave off. I'm just running it along the jaw and actually pulling it back towards my bench a little bit. I wanted to just deal with this top edge here so it doesn't split away. I'm just rolling that corner and trying to get about a 45-degree chamfer just on this edge here so it doesn't want to catch. And just on this edge. And then where I chopped it off on the bottom. So now that we've got that all fitted on there, corners rolled off so it doesn't catch it and try and pull it off, let's put this piece of pine back in there and see how well it holds. So let's take a heavily set plane and see if it'll move. So I'm just going to mimic turning things around a little bit. So I think we can safely say that this Crubber product works pretty well at actually holding stuff in the vise. Now the real test will be how durable it is and how long it lasts being durable like that, and I will do a review on it maybe in 6 months time to see how it's going, just so you know whether it's a product that I think you should go ahead and get. So I'm gonna do the testing and we'll see how well it compares to leather. As I mentioned, I have leather on this outer jaw and that's been on here for years and it's not broken down because it's about 3-4 mil leather, which is quite expensive, and that's why I wanted to try out this Crubber product. And I believe this roll was about $26 at TimberCon, and it's a big roller. I believe it was over 1 meter, and it's about, I think it was just over 500 wide, 500 mils wide, and over 1 meter, about 1 meter long, something like that. So for me, I'm going to hold on to this. If I need to replace it again, obviously I have the ability to do so, although it's going to be a little annoying after it's glued on there, but it is definitely possible. I don't expect it's going to last as long as that 3 or 4 mil leather there. As people have let me know in the comments, you could get a little piece of off-cut leather from an old sofa or something like leather sofa or something like that, or add some felt on there as well, which doesn't work the best in my designed type of vise here, and that's why I've opted for this product. And if you can't get a hold of leather, buying brand new leather is expensive, and this ends up being a lot cheaper. So if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing down below. While you're down there, please sound off in the comments. Have you used Crubber? What other products do you use on your vise to stop your workpieces moving around? Please sound off, I'm interested to find out. And if you'd like to support me a little bit further, please consider checking me out on Instagram and on Patreon. And on Patreon, just note, I do have a free and also paid tiers there. So that's up to you if you'd like to follow me there. And if you'd like to see another great video such as this, please check out the video up here where I show you how to flatten the workbench top, and also the one here where I talk about all my mistakes when I made this particular workbench. Bye for now.